Hey everyone, welcome back to KDX Bricks Analytics. I am Kevin and I've got another Lego sales, promos, discounts, and all kinds of good stuff video for you. This one is for Cyber Monday, and some retailers are going to be starting early just like they did for Black Friday. So Sunday afternoon and evening, the good deals are going to be kicking off. I'm going to show you everything I've found so far and all the sets I'm excited about at these great discount prices. So let's jump right into it. I think the best Cyber Monday Lego deals are at Walmart, so we're going to start there. So here at the Walmart homepage, there's this yellow banner, Cyber Monday deals. It's showing that it's starting in 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm recording this segment of this video at 1:45 Eastern time. So this starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time for Walmart Plus members, and then it'll start at 7 p.m. for everybody else. So if we click on Explore Deals, scroll down to the Lego section, it's a little bit down here. There we go. There are some very, very good discounts to look at today. On this screen, 2 Star Wars, the Black Panther bust, Winnie the Pooh, and a Speed Champions, and then 3 more below, the large Hulkbuster, the Disney Encanto Madrigal House, and then another Speed Champion set. First, they're showing the Imperial TIE Fighter, normally $45. You can get it for 25, so that's a $20 savings. That's not enough for me to get excited about on our cumulative table. It has 14 mentions, but only an enthusiasm score of 1.9. The very expensive $170 Justifier set 75323 is back to the $100 price point that we've seen at Amazon and Lego briefly and maybe Target briefly, but it hasn't been discounted down to 100 that often. But I think a lot of people that want to get a few of these for investing have been able to get them at the 100 price point, and I don't think people are loading up on these at the $100. It's not a great set, even with a more reasonable price, not the best looking ship or Lego design, but the minifigures are really good. Cad Bane is fantastic. And so this price will definitely get some folks interested. I've got a couple from an Amazon Prime Day that I got for 102, and I'm not going to get it anymore. It does have 24 mentions on our cumulative table, but again, a lower enthusiasm score of only 1.8. A lot of mentions because it's Star Wars and it has some popular minifigures, but the enthusiasm score is down primarily because of the original MSRP price point. The Black Panther you can get for 225. That is still very overpriced in my opinion, so I'm just going to move on from that one. And then the idea is Winnie the Pooh. Normally it is $100. This is showing 160, so that would be some third-party sellers on Walmart, and it is $50. We've been able to get it for $50 before, but not too often. So I think this is another great opportunity to get this outstanding set at $50, 50% off. All the minifigures are exclusive and they look great, and the build is a very complete and excellent build. Winnie the Pooh has received 40 mentions so far in 2023, which puts it 7th place on our cumulative table, and it has an enthusiasm score of 2.6. That's very solid. A lot of people are very excited about this set. And then let's look at a couple of Speed Champion sets. They're normally $20. I know that the 2023 sets bumped up to $25, and rumors are they're going up to maybe $27. But here's a couple that are retiring at the end of this year. The Kunisig Jesco you can get for $10, and it's not my favorite Speed Champions card, but it is a Speed Champions, and they all are very intricately designed, and they all have an exclusive minifigure. If you can get a Speed Champions half price after it retires, you should be able to sell it for 25 on a bad day. More likely 30, so I think you're going to be doing really well picking this set up at this price. I'm definitely going to get a few more. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else. On the table, only 9 mentions and an E-score of 1.9. Again, compared to the other Speed Champion sets, it's not the most popular or best looking, but Speed Champions seem to be evergreen sets for the most part, and so I think that one at that price is good. And same thing with this one, the Toyota Supra. Also not the most exciting or best looking Speed Champion set, but same thing, great design, and I do like the fact that it's yellow. We haven't had a lot of yellow Speed Champions sets, especially more recently, and so I think it'll be a little bit of a standout. This one is also retiring at the end of this year. $10 is a great price, and this one's doing a little better with 12 mentions and an enthusiasm score of 2.2. To give you a point of reference, the 2 licensed Speed Champion sets that are retiring at the end of this year, the James Bond 007 Aston Martin DB5, 39 mentions with a 2.8, and then Fast and Furious Dom's Charger, 29 mentions with a 2.7. The large Hulkbuster, yes, you're saving about 40%. 10%, but I'm still not getting close to that set for investing purposes. And then I do want to look at this Disney Encanto set. It's set 43202, and as many of you probably already suspect, it has very little buzz. If we look at our table, it has one mention, and that was months ago with an E-score of 2. It's a really colorful and well-designed and pleasing to look at set. I think that could certainly have it perform pretty well on the secondary market. Yeah, with those color choices and the foliage, there's a lot that I even like about the set, and then a lot of good interior space and detail to play with. Looking at brick set, wanted to confirm it is retiring at the end of this year. Just about a 2-year shelf life, pretty good. For comparables, if we look at Brick Economy, there's only 2 other Encanto sets, so that doesn't really help us. But if we just search for Disney on Brick Economy, we can look at similar type sets from movies, the key building or a castle dollhouse type play structure. Belle's Enchanted Castle that retired in 2016 is almost double in price. A Rapunzel set is almost double in price. It looks like some of the Frozen sets are not doing too well, which kind of makes sense. Those aren't bright and as colorful. And then if we look at Camel 3X for this Disney Encanto set, the chart looks pretty good. The green is what Amazon has sold it, so obviously that's just going to be the retail price or anytime it's on sale. But then third party, early in its life when it would go out of stock, it jumped up to even $110 briefly, but more like $80 for a sustained period of time. And now it's down to the normal retail price because a bunch of people have already have it. These early sales in the life of this set on Camel 3X are a very good sign for how it would perform after retirement. So that's everything that's going to have a heavy discount on Walmart. Before I go look at Target and a couple of other stores, and then we'll wrap up with the sales that are still going on at LEGOcom, I just want to show you that Rakuten is doing 10% at Walmart. Normally it's around 3, maybe 5%, so that's a pretty good cash back, and I don't expect that to last very long. Over here at Target, I searched Lego within their Cyber Monday deals, and there are a few things going on that look pretty good. A couple of small sets, the Creator 3-in-1 Space Shuttle, $7 instead of $10. A lot of city space sets do okay. Too small for me to jump into, but could be of interest. Same thing with this one, too small, but I do really like this Boba Fett Microfighter. The minifigure is outstanding, and the minifigure can fit inside the microfighter and be closed in completely with the windscreen. I like that a lot, and this is $629. That's the lowest I've seen this one. The N1 microfighter, I'm skipping that, still way too expensive at $11. We already talked about the TIE Fighter at $25 over at Walmart. The Snowtrooper Battle Pack, normally $20, $13.15, and that one is retiring at the end of this year, and that's pretty good. I think that's the lowest price that I have seen this in a long time. On our cumulative table, it has 24 mentions with an E-score of 2.1. Some battle packs do really well, and some not so much. This one is kind of middle popularity. I think it'll do okay, especially because these Snowtroopers go with the $800 UCS AT-AT Walker, and that set did not come with enough Snowtroopers, and so you can buy a few of these and pile them into that huge $800 set. The 3 Star Wars mechs are at the lowest that I've seen them, but they just came out, not retiring yet, so I'm not going to be focusing on those. The Star Wars Dark Trooper attack set from The Mandalorian, this is the lowest that I've seen this set, $19. I've been saying that I like this set for a while, but not at the $35 or even $27 price. I do like it at the $19 price. I only have 3. I might pick up 3 or 4 more at this price, and I think I can make a little bit. I like the set because I love the scene in Mandalorian. I think this is a really nice diorama. You take off this action feature, and it will go well with the other Star Wars diorama sets, and I think people will realize that they missed out on it and that it can go well with those and wish they had it later. But because there have been so many other great deals out there, I'm having trouble using limited investment funds on this set, even though I think it's pretty good. I think that I can do better on other ones because there have been outstanding sales. On our cumulative table, not the most popular, 15 mentions, but an E-score of 1.7. Again, a lot of that is because of the high price, but also the Dark Troopers are not great for army building. People aren't going to want hundreds of them. In The Mandalorian, the most you would see in a scene is maybe 20, maybe 30. And so I could see some people wanting a few of these sets, but not stacking up. Boba Fett Starship retiring at the end of this year, set 75312. 18 mentions, an E-score of 1.7. Anything Boba Fett seems to do pretty well, but this is still too expensive for me to jump in on for investing purposes because Lego just makes one Slave One after another. Same thing with the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter and a few other Star Wars ships, but it's a great set, great minifigures, even though they are not exclusive. Princess Leia Boushh is still at the $49 price point, not retiring at the end of this year, so I'm not looking at it yet, but it will be a great great set to pick up next year, and I think it'll do outstanding. Space Lunar Rover, normally $40, it's $19. Marvel New Guardian Ship, $70. I've been saying I would like to see it 50 or less, and I think we did see it for 50 not too long ago. I probably talked about it in a video not too long ago, but I already can't remember because it's been so many deals and so many videos in the last week and a half. Star Wars Obi-Wan vs. Darth Vader. It was originally 50, then it went to 35, and now it's 25. I like this price a lot. I like all 4 minifigures. I know the scene is just a slab of gray stone basically, but the action feature with the fire is good, and the Ned B minifigure is exclusive, which will help it out some. But similar to the Dark Trooper Attack with all the other great sales out there, I just haven't put my money into this one. I do want to show you that on their home screen, they've got a link for a buy one, get one 40% off select Lego gaming sets. So this is going to be Minecraft and Mario. Nothing special for investment purposes. Oh yeah, and Sonic. But just wanted to point that out. There might be something in here that somebody could be interested in, but I'm not interested in any of those at that price. Here we are at Amazon, and I put in Lego under their Cyber Monday deals, and there is nothing special on this list except the very large Harry Potter Hogwarts Express train. Instead of $500, it's $349. I'm not picking it up at that price for investing purposes, plus it just came out, so I don't know when it's going to retire yet. But for collection and build purposes, I think that's a decent price, and people could be interested in that. On Barnes & Noble, their main deals are that if you are a regular member, you get 2x stamps, which is 10% cash back basically. And if you're a premium member, you get 4x stamps, and that works out to 20% cash back. And then premium members also get 10% off of everything. So that's about 30% off right there. And then they are throwing in this exclusive Christmas Lego set with a purchase of $75 or more. The 30% equivalent savings is decent. And then if you go over to Card Cash, you can actually get another 8% off by buying e-gift cards. Stacking all that, maybe that is worth picking up this set right here, the Harry Potter Hegwig. It's only $40 anyways. Yes, it's had maybe up to 4 years shelf life, so it's been around a long time, but this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, and it is a great set. And even though it's had a long shelf life, I think it will do really well on the secondary market. And if you can get it for around $25 after all those stacked cashbacks and savings, which is what it would be, then I think that's a pretty good price. And I did want to point out here on Card Cash, you actually can earn 1% Rakuten also. Not a huge amount, but you can earn another 1%. Best Buy, there isn't anything on here worth looking at, in my opinion. A few sets that are 30% off, but nothing special that is retiring for investment purposes. And then also want to show you Kohl's real quick. There are a few sets that are 30% off, and none of them great for investing. Maybe Boba Fett's Throne Room if you're okay with a $7 price point and you haven't got it previously, but a lot of people have picked this set up at $50. Again, otherwise, skip everything, and there's what I'm doing. But today and tomorrow, if you spend $50, then you will get $15 Kohl's Cash. Over here at Macy's, the main reason to show this one is because on Rakuten, it is a 12% cashback, which is much higher than usual. Again, I expect that for just a couple of days. And if we come down to Lego, there are a few sets that are discounted. Really, the only one would be the Commander Cody helmet, but that's not retiring at the end of this year, and I'm sure we will have a shot at getting this one close to $45 before it retires. And now let's wrap up by looking at the sets that are still on sale at LEGOcom that have been on sale through the Black Friday weekend. The Dark Trooper helmet, $56, 20% off. It's back order. We were able to get it for $48 in the Target store the last few days. This set is number 3 on our table, 51 mentions, an E-score of 2.4. Battle of Endor Heroes, 40% off, so $24. That's a great price. It's also on back order, and it is number 4 on our table with 49 mentions and an E-score of 2.6. The Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama, 20% off, so $24. I think that's a great price for that set. I actually picked up, I think, 6 of those at that price with all the gifts with purchase. Worth pointing out, the gifts with purchase Black Friday promo is done, so you can't get Majesto's Magical Workshop or that small holiday set. Bird of Paradise, 30% off. Target exclusive. From 100, you can get it for 70. This one is talked about a lot. It is the first Botanicals set to retire, and the Botanicals line is crazy popular, and so people are saying, hey, it's the first one that's retiring. If you get it on a good discount, it's got a real shot. And I agree with them, even though I didn't pick any up. up. This Technic hybrid hypercar I'm going to get for my own collection someday, but I'm going to wait until it goes lower. It's not retiring anytime soon. T-Rex Breakout, 20% off. This is a Target exclusive, and I think it's a really good set. We have been able to get it for cheaper using Honey and stacking other promos, but it has 17 mentions with an E-score of 2.3. I think it'll do pretty well. The two Indiana Jones play sets are 20% off, but they're not retiring yet. They are on back order. Not surprised by that. Sonic Green Hill Zone is 20% off. This is an idea set that has got some buzz. It's on back order, not a set that I'm excited about. BrickHead's Disney 100th Celebration. It was 30% off and now it's 40% off. Obviously, it's not selling very well. I am still high on this set as an investment. It has 34 mentions with an E-score of 2.4. Tuscan Raider at $7 is a great price, but not retiring yet, so I'm waiting on that. 40% off the Haunted Mansion. I think that's a good one at that price. It does get some buzz. Daisy Duck at 30% off I think is outstanding. The ATST 4 Plus set that gets a lot of mentions on the not top table that I do videos on from time to time. 35 to 25, not even close. If it's $10, I might pick some up. Otherwise, it is an absolute pass. And it's worth pointing out some of the most talked about Star Wars sets are already out of stock. Dagobah Jedi training diorama, when it went 30% off for Black Friday, that went out of stock very quickly. The Death Star Trench Run diorama, this one is already out of stock at 40% off, and we were able to get it 50% off at Target. Ambush on Ferrex, a huge sleeper because of the crazy $70 price point Lego originally came out with. It's been $49 here, so out of stock. I'm waiting to see if it will get down to 40 at Target. If it does, I'll get some. If not, then I'm just going to skip out on that set. I still think it's going to be a good one post-retirement. Boba Fett's Throne Room is finally out of stock. The Justifier also finally out of stock. And the Red 5 helmet is out of stock. We got that for the low 40s at Target recently, and that one is going to be a home run. I am excited. Another great set, the Inquisitor Transport Scythe, out of stock. Both of these I am super excited about. I only have about 4 of the Scythe, but I've got about 10 of the Red 5 helmet. The Razor Crest, this one's been talked about a lot, is splitting the investment community. It's a great set, really well designed, but it's had a long shelf life and it was only in the first season of The Mandalorian. And that's everything I wanted to show you in this video. Thanks for watching. Happy shopping the last couple of big days here for Lego sales, and I will see you in my next video.